what's going on, everybody? This is YGOanimeDecksNDuels. I'm Mac.
And I'm Shane.
Bringing you guys Jaden's Season 1 deck profile. This contains his elemental heroes and some badass cards like that. So, starting off with the very first card Jaden played, we run 2 elemental hero avions in this deck, guys. You know, Flame Wingman's kind of like your top dog. You kind of want to get out in Season 1 Jaden deck quite a bit. So, yeah, that's what we try to go for. Next, we have 2 Burstinatrix. Just like I said, kind of Flame Wingman hitter. Really cool, actually. I like Burstinatrix. She's like, I don't know, she's pretty cool. I like her. Next, we got 2 Sparkman, which will help with Elemental Hero Shining Flare Wingman. Also, 1600 attack, plus we run Spark Blast from this deck, so you can kind of see how that's beneficial too. Next, we run my favorite Elemental Hero, Bubble Man. Which, we have Bubble Man errated, so if he's the only card on your side of the field, you're allowed to draw 2 cards, just like in the anime. Bubble Man is really sick. I don't know, I just like to summon him out in attack position and then, you know, draw my 2 cards. Then we run 2 Elemental Hero Claymans. If you guys can see those. You know, just kind of a defensive wall. You kind of run him in defense position, you know, just to kind of save your life points. That's how you roll out with that. And then we run 1 Elemental Hero Wildheart. Reason we keep this just to 1 instead of 2 is because Jaden didn't use Wildheart as much as he uses other hero monsters. So we just try to keep it limited to 1. I think that works a little better too with the deck. And then 1 Elemental Hero Necroshade as well. Necroshade's kind of harder to get off, and Jaden's really his advantage to his deck is not really sacrificing monsters. So Necroshade really isn't that beneficial to this deck. Mostly you're trying to get off fusions. That's why you have like Miracle Fusion, 2 polymerizations.
When we do use this deck though, Necroshade, it comes out pretty often.
Anyways, next we have, Elemental Hero Blade Edge. And, you know, he takes 2 sacrifices, so if you get Necroshade in the graveyard, it works really, really well, you know, getting him out. So next we have Rottweiler. Rottweiler, I'm sure you guys know what he does. I mean, these cards have been out for years, so I don't really have to explain these cards very much to you guys, but Rottweiler allows you to take 1 fusion material monster and 1 polymerization from your graveyard and add it to your hand. Dark Catapulter, you know, he's been around for a while, too. You guys know what he does. He's just kind of a card Jaden uses. Pretty sweet. Next we have 3 Hero Kids. And the reason we run 3 of these is because these dudes actually work really well with this deck. And, you know, we have Miracle Kids in this deck also. And, I don't know, I really like Hero Kid. He's pretty sweet. You know, it's funny, actually, I like to use Silent Doom on him. Or Monster Reborn, and then get the other tokens. I kind of like doing that combo. Queen Karibo, you know, the card Jaden got from Yugi. Classic Jaden card. Really awesome card. He's been around for years as well. And then our final monster is Wing Karibo level 10. Jaden's strongest monster that's not a fusion card, in my opinion. Works really well, you know, with Wing Karibo and Transcendent Wings. Speaking of Transcendent Wings, going into our spells. Transcendent Wings, go figure. You know, use this on Wing Karibo to get Wing Karibo level 10 out. Next is the Flute of Summoning Karibo. This could be used for regular Karibo also, but we don't have that card. But in case we ever play, you know, Yugi, and Yugi happens to use Exchange, and we happen to get Karibo in our hand somehow, then I guess this would work. Next, we run 2 polymerizations, for the simple fact that you know that Jaden Season 1 deck focuses completely on polymerization. If you don't have fusions going here and there, you will lose the duels. Next, we run 1 Pot of Greed. Pretty standard Jaden card. Monster Reborn, which he actually never used, but it was seen in his deck because Crowler used it. Monster Incarnation, pretty common card. Silent Doom, we have this errata where you can also take out effect monsters and you place them in face-up attack, or face-up defense position. Next, we have H, E, R, and O, Hero. These all cards do different things. If you guys don't know what they do, you might look them up because these are pretty common cards. Hero Flash, also pretty common card. Spark Blaster. Now, I love this card because you can change the battle position of one of your opponent's monsters, then you can change your battle position of your monster as well. So, like, say you attack a Sparkman that turn, then you can just use a Spark Blaster yourself. Cyclone Boomerang. Yeah, you equip this to Wild Heart. I don't know. It's got its benefits. Every once in a while it gives Wild Heart 2,000 attacks. That's kind of sweet, but most of the time you won't get that combo off because they're pretty much just stall cards in your hand. Bubble Blaster. This card works awesome with Bubble Man. One of my favorite cards for Elemental Hero Bubble Man. Really sick card. Bubble Shuffle. We have 2 Bubble Man specified cards and his Spell and Trap cards that are just strictly for Bubble Man, and we like both of them cards. They work really well. We run 2 Bubble Man, so you get the chance of getting off, you can actually have it get off. Now, a sick, awesome, classic Jaden combo. Mirage of Nightmare with Emergency Provisions. I mean, this is a standard, tactic. Use Mirage of Nightmare to allow you to draw 4 cards, and use Emergency Provision to gain 1,000 life points and get rid of it before its negative effect activates. Miracle Fusion, pretty cool card. You guys know what that does. Fusion Gate, this card's sick because you get to use fusion monsters that are on your side of the field and in your hand without having to use polymerizations. That's really sick. Skyscraper, his last field card. Skyscraper, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail. You guys know what Skyscraper does. And next is the Philosopher's Stone. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that name of that card because it's really, really hard. Anyway, so we have this routed also, guys, where we play just like in the anime. So this card, when you activate this card, it becomes a continuous spell card. So, like, say you activate down here, as an example. Then this card becomes, you can activate 1 card from your deck 3 times during 3 different turns. So, say you want to activate Skyscraper. So, you just take Skyscraper out of your deck and activate it. Say you want to have Bubble Man. So, you have Bubble Man. You can only do this 3 times. So, this card makes Jaden's deck so powerful. And it works really, really good with Jaden's deck. Starting off this Traps. Solemn Judgment, pretty common card. If you guys watch any, Major League Duels, you guys know what that is. Mirror Force, I'm not going to go into a lot of grave detail with that. Draining Shield, negate 1 attack of one of your opponent's monsters to gain those life points. Hero Barrier, works great with your elemental heroes. You guys know what this does. Mirage. Mirror Gate, this card is badass too. If you guys don't know what that does, look it up. Featherwind, this, you can use this with elemental hero Avion, and Edge Hammer can use this with elemental hero Blade Edge. 2 good cards, two good trap cards. Finally, our 2 last trap cards in the deck is Miracle Kid and Super Junior Confrontation. I like to use Super Junior Confrontation if I wing Kribo another monster on my side of the field because they work really good in unison together. So I'm going to take a quick breath, guys, because I'm out of breath.
Real quick, I just want to say this was a requested profile. I want to apologize for not getting around to it sooner. I think we had actually thought we had done it, and then we got a comment about it. So thanks for commenting, telling us what you want to see, what we're doing wrong. And another thing, I also want to take the time to say we are working on making these deck profile videos shorter per request as well, because they get kind of long. But we're at 7 minutes, so we'll go ahead and continue. Okay,
so next, guys, we're going to start with Fusion, Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. Jaden splashed and hit all over it. This is a card Jaden's been using since the very first duel against Dr. Crowler with a Skyscraper combo. So it's such a badass combo. Flame Wingman's badass. And then we have Elemental Hero Flare Wingman, which I always thought was Flame Wingman also, but I was wrong. Elemental Hero Flare Wingman, badass card too if you can get it off. Thunder Giant, super good card. You use Sparkman and Clayman with him, and he has a really sick effect too. And then Rampart Blaster, Shane hates seeing this card because when she's on the field, I can be in defense position and still attack his life points.
And 2,500 defense at that. It's just a bitch.
It is. Elemental Hero Mudball Man, you know what he does. He's pretty much just a normal monster. Tempest. Oh my gosh, I love Tempest. He's such a badass card. You can destroy 1 card on your side of the field, so that way he's not destroyed. So, really works pretty sweet. Mariner, he has his moments where he can be alright. Same with Wild Wingman. He has moments too. You can be alright. Most of the time you don't want to get them off because you're trying to focus on other good ones like Elemental Hero Wild Edge. This card is fucking sweet. If you guys can get this card off, get this card off. If you guys are making this deck profile, this dude works badass. Such a good card. And finally, Elemental Hero Steam Healer. And then our last, Elemental Hero Electrum, which is not Holify, which kind of sucks. But that's just how it's going to be. So, guys, like I said earlier, this is our Jaden Season 1 deck profile, and we kept it underneath 10 minutes, so I hope that pleases whoever said that. So if you guys like this, comment, rate, subscribe. Peace!